If you recently filed for a VA claim, you should probably expect to attend a C&P exam or a compensation and pension exam. C&P exams can make or break your claim. Welcome to VA Made Easy. I'm VA-accredited attorney and U.S. Army combat veteran Ed Farmer. Today we're going to discuss things not to say during your C&P exam and things to say instead. If you've been denied your claim, visit me at vetlawoffice.com. We provide zealous advocacy. We'll help you get those buddy statements. We'll prep you for your C&P exams. We'll help you get those medical nexus opinions. There's no fee unless we win. Schedule a free consultation at vetlawoffice.com or call us at 1-800-700-4174. But for now, let's get into it. All right, so if you're not aware of what a compensation and pension exam or C&P exam is, it's essentially a medical evaluation for benefit purposes. So if you file a claim, the VA is going to send you to one of these exams, and what they're asking these examiners to provide them is, one, whether or not a condition is related to service, or two, the severity of a condition, or three, how that condition affects their ability to work, or all the above. So they're very important. Like I said, they can make or break your exam depending on what you say or what you don't say. So let's get into some things you should not say during your C&P exam. All right, the first thing you shouldn't say at your VA C&P exam is, I'm fine. Don't say you're fine if you're not fine. The VA examination is your opportunity to advocate for yourself. This is your opportunity to tell that examiner exactly everything that's wrong with you. This is not the time to be a tough guy. All right. I know some of these topics are uncomfortable to talk about to a total stranger, but you need to be able to tell these examiners how severe your condition is, give them specific examples of how it affects your day-to-day life and how it affects you occupationally. Guess what? If you sit there and just say, I'm fine, then they're going to put in the report, he's fine. And you're not going to get the rating you deserve. You should be portraying yourself as if it's your worst day. And a good VA representative will prep you for that examination. They'll go over the criteria you need to meet. They'll discuss flare-ups and functional loss for joint symptoms. They'll discuss social and occupational impairment for mental health claims. This isn't something you take lightly. You want to prep for your C&P exam and not just go in there and say, I'm fine. The second thing you don't want to say during your C&P exam is you don't want to exaggerate your symptoms. Now, I know there's some veterans out there who think that they're going to go in there and lie to the examiner and lie about their symptoms in an attempt to maximize their rating. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to backfire. For one, it's unethical. You're just hurting your fellow veteran who actually deserves that higher rating. And two, it's going to blow up in your face. The symptoms that you're reporting to the examiner should be consistent with your treatment records and the lay statements that are in your file. If they're not, there's a chance that the examiner is going to say you're not credible. When the examiner puts something in your file saying you're not credible, whether it's true or not, it makes it extremely difficult to overcome. Let me give you a real life example that our firm handled. I had a client who was going in for an increase for his back, knees, and some other joint issues. Now, he thought it was super cute to roll into that exam with a wheelchair, and he doesn't use a wheelchair. Well, guess what? The examiner watched him get out of the wheelchair and walk to his car, and he put that in the exam. And not only did he not get the increase, now the VA is trying to reduce him, and our only option at this point is to go to a board appeal, wait 3 years, give a hearing to the judge, and try to convince him that my client's just a goofball and he's actually credible in the symptoms that he's reporting. Now, you see how hard that is to overcome? So don't do it. Don't go in there and exaggerate. Just be truthful about your symptoms and how they affect you on a day-to-day basis. And the third thing you shouldn't say at a VA C&P exam is, it's all on my records. No, don't. This is your chance to tell your story. This is a chance to explain to the examiner either why you think your condition is service-related, and two, like we just talked about, the severity of your condition. It's not always obvious from the records how your condition is related to service. You should be explaining that, especially when it comes to some of the more complicated issues that involve multiple chains of causation. For example, connecting sleep apnea to PTSD using weight gain. You should be explaining that theory of service connection to the examiner. I don't care how many treatment records you submitted. I don't care how many lay statements you submitted. If you think that the examiner is going to sit there and review 500 pages of treatment records, you're out of your mind. It's your job to go in there and tell them how something's service related. It's your job to go in there and maximize your symptoms. This is your chance to advocate for yourself. Don't put it on the examiner to go review my records. That's the wrong answer. To recap, C&P exams are really important. Usually they can make or break the exam. And I know there's shitty examiners out there. Actually, a lot of them are shitty. But you should still, maximize your symptoms. Portray yourself as if it's your worst day. Don't minimize. 2, on the other hand, don't exaggerate. If you don't have prostrating migraines or you're not depressed most of the days, don't go in there and say that. You're just hurting your fellow veteran, and you could be considered not credible. And 3, don't put it on the examiner to go in there and review your records. More than likely, they're not going to review your records. This is your chance to tell your story, your chance to explain how things are service connected, and your chance to explain the severity of your condition and how it affects you day to day. If you need help with your VA claim, schedule a free consultation at vetlawoffice.com or call me at 1-800-700-4174. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, and as always, you have the power to change your VA.